All right, more of the fun. There is the linkage bracket. You can see that's the rubber grommet that's supposed to fit over the top of that piece that's on the engine. And what I had to do is take that nut off the engine mount and push the motor over to fit that guy in. You can just see on the right where the grommet's covering the motor mount on the engine. And then I guess it's really hard to see, but right about 9 o'clock there's a nut, and just above that, which you can't see, is another nut, 14 millimeter, and that holds that little bracket on, which that linkage secures to, like right there, end of my finger. That hooks up to that bracket that's mounted on the chassis. So what I had to do is take that two nuts off of that, 2 bolts off of that, lift it up, fit it into place, slide it into the engine, and then do this gap thing to give me a little space. And then when I release that, it's actually in place. But the last piece to do is get that rubber grommet there to slide over that bright silver. So, when you go to put the manual clutch linkage on, that's what you do. Remove the clutch linkage bracket off the chassis on the right, and then set the assembly up, and then distance it at the motor mount, and then secure the 2 14 millimeter bolts to the linkage bracket on the chassis, and it's a working thing. Actually, the hardest part is just trying to get that rubber grommet on top of the silver bracket on the engine, which I guess I just wasn't even thinking that's probably shrank a bit. So, fun never ends, but that's how it's done. Yeah, like I said, I do most of these videos for me to remember how I did something, but if you get something out of it, that's great. Catch you on the next YouTube.